Hey, welcome to day 4 of the Jewish Wedding Talk Show. My name is Yehudit Steinberg, and I'm your host of the Jewish Fusion Wedding Talk Show and the founder of Jewish Interfaith Wedding Network, an online resource for couples and families from mixed heritage and traditions. We go live every weekday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern during the month of June to give you tips and tricks on how to plan your fusion wedding. Now, I have this, I have a video that lasts just a few minutes, and it shows some of the different weddings that I have worked on and helped plan over the past 18 plus years. And we're going to start the show today off with that video, and then I'll join you back after the video and we'll talk about what we're going to be doing this week. I'm so excited about the 4 questions that I'm going to answer for you and give you some suggestions and ideas. And these are 4 vital questions that you want to be able to answer at the beginning of your planning for your wedding. Thank you, Gustavo, for joining us and offering your klezmer band. Where are you located? Let us know where you're located in the world, because this is worldwide and we need to know that. So I'm going to show you the video now, and then I'll be back and explain to you a little bit about what we're going to be doing over this week of the Jewish Fusion Wedding Show. Once we start, there we go. It doesn't seem to want to play. Okay, so I don't hear any sound in the background. That's a good Monday morning beginning, and we'll let it play, and I'll be back in just a moment. That's like... There we go. We got the sound. Hey there, Yehudit Steinberg here for another episode of the Jewish Fusion Wedding. And this is day 4 of our month-long series in June of going live, giving you tips and tricks on how to plan your Jewish Fusion wedding. Again, my name is Yehudit Steinberg, and I'm your host of the show and the founder of the Jewish Interfaith Wedding Network, an online resource for couples, families from mixed heritage and traditions. I partner with couples, families, and wedding professionals to ensure that both wedding traditions are integrated with the entire event for your specific wedding in a very personalized and customized way that makes you and your family and your guests feel comfortable, warm, and included and welcome. Planning your own wedding becomes a second job for most couples. And when you're planning with 2 different heritage and traditions in the background, it can become even more of a challenge and add more to-do tasks to your planning. And it seems like during wedding planning, it's always on your mind. And sometimes you have these unanswered questions that you just are not sure what the answer is. And you have a lot of advice coming from different areas, from blogs and from family and from friends and whatever, but sometimes you just are looking for some advice from someone who has planned this many times and it's been successful. So over the past 18 years, I've been working with many couples, over 300, and there are many different scenarios. And over the next, over the days in June, I'm going to be bringing you some different examples. I'm going to be bringing you some different ideas and pictures and different topics. So this week, what we're going to talk about are the 4 questions, the first 4 questions to answer when you have a fusion wedding. Now, I specifically have specialized with Jewish weddings. They're not where one of the partners is Jewish. It's not the only weddings that I've planned. My husband's a rabbi, so I happen to have had many different scenarios with Jewish interfaith couples over the years. And I use them as examples because the process really works for any wedding in how you decide what to include and what not to include. And then when you come to these situations where you have a lot of different ideas and a lot of different expectations from your different parents and relatives and your fiance, etc., this can help sort out some of answer your questions, especially in the very beginning. However, if you haven't answered them yet and you're further along in the planning process, it's a good idea to get them answered anywhere you are in the process, other than the day before or the week before. But if you're, because having a really good idea about what your overall vision is, how you're going to arrange the ceremonies, or one ceremony or more than one ceremony, or who is going to officiate, what is going to be included in the ceremony and at the reception. These questions are really a good idea to answer before you start making any final decision. And of course, your first decisions, once you start the planning after you have your budget, are going to be the big ones. They're going to be where the location and who is going to, maybe you're going to have a planner, maybe you're going to do it yourself. Some of those major questions of where are you going to hold your wedding, how many ceremonies you're going to have. Are you going to include both traditions in one ceremony, or are you going to have two separate ceremonies in one wedding location, or are you going to have possibly a all under the umbrella of wedding? You may have a wedding in one country and one in the States, which many of our couples have had too. So this is what we're going to discuss this week. We're going to take one question a day, and that's how we're going to roll this week. So we come here live every weekday at approximately 9 a.m. on 9 a.m. on the Jewish Interfaith Wedding Network Facebook page. And then there are several other pages that this is being viewed live at the moment. So some of you have asked, how can I know in advance, and where can I find you? So I have put a link in the post here that will take you to a landing page that you can subscribe to the show. And we're going to be going live every weekday in June, and then we'll be going live every week on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So and there'll be other opportunities where we'll have some special guests and stuff. So if you want to subscribe, this is the link, thinkrowlove.live/planyourfusionwedding. And if you know of people that this would be of interest to them, whether they may be a parent of someone that is getting married, or they may be getting married and been asking you the question. And I do want to mention that you don't have to be Jewish, or you don't have to have a Jewish partner for this system to work. I was at my hairdresser's the other week, and I was telling her what I was doing, and she asked me the question, do you only work with Jewish weddings? And my answer to that is, no, I can work and have worked with many other couples that have different traditions, and I can help you do that. And she said, well, I'm thinking about my cousin who is marrying someone from another country and culture. And she asked me, how do I begin? How do I incorporate that? My future mother-in-law, she said, she really, I don't know if she likes me. I would really like to be accepted, but I kind of go against whatever she thought she was going to have. And I have no idea what the traditions are of this other culture, and I'd like to include it. So I mentioned to her that that's the type of situation that I can come in and I can help your cousin make some of those decisions. I don't make the decisions. What I do is I advise, I offer ideas, and I get to know you too. I get to know the couple, and I listen very closely to what's important to them. And it's worked very successfully over the years. So I don't want to stay on too long today. Tomorrow's topic is, and tomorrow's question is, how can we incorporate our two cultures and faiths into our wedding without offending grandma? So what I suggest is that you show up and get a chance to hear what's going to, how I answer that question. And so the question that we are going to answer tomorrow is, how can we incorporate our two cultures and faiths into our wedding without offending grandma? This is the first question, and that you can subscribe. The link is in this post, and I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern time. I usually get started at 10 after the hour, and we will see you tomorrow. I want you to have a really blessed day. And here's the link again to subscribe to the show so you don't miss any important information and tips. And if you're interested in, if you have a pressing question, you can message me from the Jewish Interfaith Wedding Network page. And that is here, Jewish Interfaith Wedding Network, from the Facebook business page. And you can message me. I answer usually from 9 to 5. I usually answer within the hour unless I'm in a meeting or something, but I will definitely get back to you within 24 hours. And if you want to have a talk with me, I work with people one-to-one. I can give you some tips and consulting. Then we can make an appointment and we'll meet on a video conference. I use Zoom. So I will see you tomorrow, and have a great day. Bye-bye.